Hey, what's going on, guys? Looking for Mighty Reptiles here with a non-stationary vlog, just because I didn't feel like setting it down. I like kind of moving around, but here with the vlog of February 21st, and I told you guys yesterday that I was going to be making this video answering the question that was asked 2 videos ago on the just leave your questions here kind of announcement, and they asked what is the meaning of each het. So I'm actually going to go through and show you guys each example of those, and let's get into that right now. So recessive genes actually have 3 different genotypes for what they could be, and what that really means is just the genetic makeup, whether if it's 2 little t's, aka being a visual, 1 big T, 1 little t being a recessive, or 2 big T's meaning not carrying anything at all. And then we can really branch that down into 5, being those 3 plus a 66% het and a 50% het, which is really just whether or not, that's just the chances of it happening. And I'm going to explain the 50 and 66 later on. Alright, so the perfect example of 2 big T's, aka not carrying any recessive, is this super Mojave girl right here. While she is very gorgeous, she does not have any hets that she's actually carrying. So no matter if we pair her with an albino, with a pied, with an axanthic, we're not going to get any visual axanthic pied or albino babies from her. We're going to get all normals when it comes to that, but they will all be carrying it if we were to pair her with a visual. So no matter what we put this little girl with, we're not going to get any recessive traits showing, and that's because she doesn't have any by herself. Alright, so a great example of het for recessive trait is this little killer bee het for clown girl. She is absolutely gorgeous, but we're going to actually be ignoring the fact that she has other genes stacked on top of her and just focus on what's lying underneath that het clown. So if we were to pair her with a visual clown like our boy Jasper, we would know that 50% of them would come out as visual clowns. However, if we were to actually pair her with another a male that carried a het gene like she does, we would come out with 25% of them coming out to be visual clowns. And this is actually where 66% hets come from, is because the other 3 options there is 2 recessives and 1 that is homozygous for not carrying the trait, which is 1 will be big T, aka not carrying, and 2 will be big T, little t for heterozygous, just like she is. And we get 66% because it is 2 out of every 3, but you're not actually able to see that. So it's a 66% chance that they are actually going to be carrying that. And then also, if you were to breed her to something that isn't carrying any recessive genes for clown, then you would know all of her babies have a 50% chance, because just like any other gene like pastel, it has a 50% chance of actually transferring over. So yeah, that's where 50 and 66% actually come from. Alright, so now for the final one, which is visuals, we have our snow boy Aegon here. If it'll actually go and focus, while he is very gorgeous, he is carrying 2 visual traits, and that is axanthic and albino. For the axanthic, it is the VPI line. But the one thing about him is that no matter who we pair him to, every single baby will come out 100% het for axanthic and albino, just like our het snow boy that we have there, that is actually his brother. So no matter what a visual produces with, you're going to get 100% hets or visuals. Okay. That's where 100% hets come from. Alright, so back to the standstill because my arm was absolutely dying. But if you are still having issues following that because it is not a visual thing, I am actually going to do it another way so that you can get a little visual taste for what it is. So I have this little super Mojave girl here, so she is a super form of Mojave. And let's picture her as being like a pied, whereas pied is super form of pied, whereas the single gene version of pied is het pied. So we're gonna call her just super Mojave, right? So now I'm gonna go grab another snake, and we're going to consider it as het for super Mojave. Alright, so I went and got that super Mojave sister, and it is a little Mojave girl. This one is actually going to PV. This is actually the I believe it was the 1,000 or 1,500 subscriber giveaway winner. And what it was here is that 2 of these, if put together, will make a super Mojave, just like 2 hets, 2 het pieds put together make a pied. So if you visualize, you know, het pieds just like Mojaves make super Mojaves, it makes it all much simpler. It's just something that they're carrying visually. Yeah, so by the same token, if you were to put two Mojaves together, you have a 25% chance of getting a Super Mojave. You have a 50% chance for getting a Mojave, aka Het for Super Mojave, and then you have a 25% chance for getting a normal, aka Het for, you know, nothing. Same thing as if you were to put two Het hides together. So yeah, like I said, it's very simple as long as you're able to kind of grasp it visually, and it's just perfect here. And this girl is starting to poop on me. Alright, so just like I said, following up with the analogy that there is Super Mojave, Het for Super Mojave, and then there is just none of the above. Here is a little normal. This is actually 100% Het albino and 66%, or 100% Het xanthic, 66% Het for albino. So just like I said, this has no Mojave gene in it. So therefore, no matter, even if you put it with a Super Mojave, you're not going to get Super Mojaves out of this boy. Just like as if you were to pair him with a Pied, you are not going to get any visual Pieds out of it because he's not carrying that gene. Alright, so I hope this helped you understand the meaning of Hets, whether it was 100%, 66, or 50% Hets, and exactly where they come from and what they do mean. Because, like I said, 66 and 50% do not mean that they are still Het for it, but less than the 100%. It means that it's a complete gamble as for if they have it or not. But if I did help you with the analogy of Mojave and Super Mojave and normal, so go ahead and hit that like button. If you have more questions and want me to do a video just like this on them, leave them down in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be giving away a snake in less than 200 subscribers. We're going to be giving it away at the 3,000 mark. So yeah, thank you guys for all the growth recently, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. See ya.